And welcome to another round of Sports Views. Tonight I'm reacting to the news that MLS is invoking the Force Majeure Clause on the CBA and annulling the CBA going into next season. And this is going to be a rant. This is going to be a rant because honestly, there isn't much to go over. MLS invoked the Force Majeure Clause on the CBA, which gives the players 30 days to negotiate in good faith to try to keep this CBA alive with a little bit of modifications, or they're going to have to start over on a new CBA. Could be a strike, could be a lockout. That's where we're standing. And honestly, for me, I don't like this. I think this is completely wrong because the Force Majeure Clause, I'm not a lawyer, but the way it sounds to me is this is only used for situations where there's a big reason why it should be invoked. Like, yes, a pandemic, but the problem is that's before you finish a season during a pandemic, or basically get most of a season done during a pandemic. You figured it out, so why use the clause? Seriously, that's wrong. That should be against the law. If not a strike, that should be against the law, because you already know how to get through a season through a pandemic. You're probably getting fans back in most markets. Not fully, but at least like a 2,000, 5,000, that number next year because of the vaccines and all that. But you think it's right to do this. And I guarantee you they're doing this to try to get more money to line their pockets. And when I say they, I mean the owners. I mean the MLS is a league, not the players, because the players are about to get screwed over hard. And what I mean hard, because especially the lower tier players, because they've already lowered their salaries to try to help the teams save some money. They're about to get highway robbery on them, basically, because the way MLS is, most players have low salaries. Yes, there are players with $1 million, and you have your DPs and all that, but most players make about $700,000. That's your median. Some players make lower, some players make higher, and then you have your DPs, of course. And then the young DPs, which would be $1.5 to $3 million that are coming in. But here's the problem: who wants to sign when there's a freaking lockout strike going on? Because I guarantee you that's where this is going. Because this ain't getting finished in 30 days. And MLS also said they are still hoping for the season to start in early March. Are you dim? Are you actually dim? Do you have a working brain? Do you know what you just did? You opened up Pandora's box, not Schrodinger's cat. What was I saying? Pandora's box. You opened up a can of hell for you. And honestly, whatever happens here, you deserve. I know it's bad for me because it's less football to cover, especially after the CONCACAF League ending and still having a long off season. After this month, I may be screwed, but because I do talk about gridiron football, it's the time of year where I get to talk a little bit about gridiron football, not real football. I know. Because NFL playoffs, you know I do this. If you've been a long-time viewer, just look through my channel, you know I do this. This is a yearly thing. But here's the thing. For me, this may suck. But for the players, I hope they win. I'm backing the players here. Because here's the thing. The players and the supporters are what really make a club. In my eyes. I know it's single entity. I know the league is single entity. There can't really be an antitrust lawsuit, even though there really should after what happened. But, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a talking head. Talk to a damn lawyer about that. I just have my feelings. But I'm backing the players here. Because they deserve to get what they deserve. They don't need to be screwed over again. Let's track back to what got us into this. The players, in good faith, they had the new CBA written up before next season, wasn't signed. They play the first 2 games before lockdown without a CBA, in good faith. Then they have to renegotiate. The Force Majeure Clause is slipped in there under threat of a lockout before the MLS's back tournament. And here we are now, finish a season. A week later, after the CONCACAF Champions League is over for LAFC, which is really when the season ended for MLS clubs, Oh, guess what? A Force Majeure Clause. No more CBA. Or, well, yeah, 30 days. They're not. So, like, 25 days now, they're not getting over something. No. And they did it at a perfect time because the holidays and all that, the players don't get much time to really negotiate. So, if we go all the way back, this was something brewing last year. And my God. And now we see the bell tolling, the reckoning coming. MLS players did take a hard stance in the last CBA negotiations. They started to. This may not end well. This may not end well, and I hope the players get what they deserve. I hope the players don't get screwed over. I hope they don't give an inch. Because if you give an inch, they're going to take a mile. And I don't want them to do that because I respect the players. The players on my club, the players on other clubs, but especially Toronto FC. Because here's the thing. I believe players and supporters make the teams, make the clubs. The board doesn't matter to me. The manager doesn't matter to me. They're frauds. They could be changed out on a dime. You could fire Ollie Curtis tomorrow and hire me as the general manager, and I'd probably do a better job, by the way, but that's by the by. It doesn't matter. I would do it, though. You don't even have to pay me. I'd do it, but I care about the club. I would want to do that. I would want to do that. I'm not there to just cut a paycheck and be a penny pinching money baller. I'm not there to do that. I wouldn't be there to do that. I care about the club. But as a fan, I care about this crest. The crest. And I know the players who play for Toronto FC do as well. I've watched this club enough. Since 2007. Whole time, even when we sucked and we were good. The players that play on the club, they care about this crest. I know that for sure. The way they look, yeah, they're getting paid. I know they're getting paid, but they care about the crest. They care about our club, my club. So with the way they do things, I want them to succeed. I want them to get a fair deal, a fair shake, and hell, other players too, because this whole league needs to have a fair shake. I'm tired of these cheap-ass owners, such as, I don't know, a Robert Kraft. I'm pointing to the picture because it's a Patriots Tom Brady picture, but you get my point. Like a Robert Kraft, or Houston's owner, or Real Salt Lake's owner. I don't know if their new owner is going to be like Deloy Hansen, but let's be honest, it's Real Salt Lake. Give me a break. Nobody's going to really change that. Nobody's going to really change that. Like a Chicago owner. Like those types of clubs. Like Montreal, Joey Saputo. Like Vancouver. And you're telling me, I'm tired of those people pulling this league down. Those cheap-ass owners. They are cheap. It's not the Torontos of the world. It's not the Atlantas. It's not the Phillies. Philly is actually doing pretty good. It's not the LA Galaxy or LAFCs of the world. I'll give them their due. It's not them. It's your backyard BS clubs. It's your backyard BS clubs that will never amount to anything. You can say, but New England were in the Eastern Conference Final this year. Shut the hell up, Toronto fan. You lost to an expansion club. Shut up. All right? Shut up. They're still a backwater club. They're still a backwater club. Corporate. Cheap. Go take it up with Robert Kraft. I don't give a crap. Well, go take it up with him. I don't give a crap. By the way, how does 7-9 feel? Hell, you may not even beat the Jets. Screw you. Do I have an axe to grind? Maybe. With him? Maybe. I don't know. Don't get rid of Tom Brady. Well, you did, but you know what I mean. You love him and you get rid of him. But whatever. Maybe I have an axe to grind. I don't know. But, and you still you got a Patriots jersey for Christmas. Yeah, I did. Shut up. Yeah, I did. Shut up. I like the new jerseys. And I still care about the Patriots, but no, whatever. Back to the point. Them backwater teams are the problem. That's exactly why we're in this situation. It's not the players. It's not the big teams. It's the small teams that want to keep the league small so they could stay relevant or have dignity. No. What we should do during the CBA negotiation is get rid of the salary cap Get rid of parity. I do not give a crap about these backwater teams pulling this league down. Teams like Toronto FC are the reason this league is growing and actually trying to become something. But people like Robert Kraft and Joey Saputo pull this league down to where Toronto FC can't really help it in the scheme of things. It's your fault. It's not the players. It's not Toronto's fault. It's not LA's fault. Either of LA's fault. It's not Atlanta's fault. It's not Philly's fault. Hell, it's not New York's fault. The City, not Red Bulls. Red Bulls it's their fault. It's kind of their fault too. If they're originals, it's normally their fault unless you're LA Galaxy. That's the way I see it. Or you're closer to being originals, you know. If you're more recent, expansion, yeah, it's not really your fault. It's not really your fault. I could get into that any day, but this league needs to change. This is an opportunity. This is actually an opportunity. I'm saying a lockout's going to happen, and I want to see it happen. I want to see these players get the real everything they deserve. They don't need to be highway robbery. They need to get everything they deserve. They need to get the paydays they deserve, the charter flights they deserve, and everything, because this is a damn football league. Grow with the times. Be what you're supposed to be. Not some freaking Mickey Mouse selling league BS. Stop it. Toronto ain't selling shit. Because we don't sell. Because we'd rather win. Yeah, we could sell our players. But we want to be a real football club. And there are other teams who want to do the same thing while still selling sometimes. But fact is this league's holding us down. You kind of have to sell. I don't think it should be that way. I think this league should take the initiative to stop the parity and all that. I want to see the haves be the haves and the have-nots be the have-nots. Stop acting like New England has a chance. Stop acting like Real Salt Lake has any chance in the world. Stop acting like Chicago has a chance. Stop it. I don't care anymore. I want to see Toronto truly dominate. I want to see other teams that are in the same sentence as Toronto give them a challenge, but still lose, of course. And Toronto to be great on the world stage, because I think with the salary cap, they could do it by themselves. But if we didn't have a salary cap or anything, we would be a top 5 club. Seriously. I don't care. We'd be a top 5 club. We were already world class under Vanny, especially 2017. That shows you what we really were. We were double world class. We got pulled down to world class by that fraud, Greg Vanny. We don't have him anymore? You'll see what we really are. World class. We've been pulled down this whole time. See what we really are. But back to the point. What I think's going to happen after this lockout, I think this season is going to be a lot like last season. There will be an MLS's back tournament to start it in May or June. They have a quick, shortened season at home markets. And we have a playoff. 8 teams, 10 in the East, 8 in the West, 18 teams. That's probably what we're looking at, I honestly think. We'll look at a lockout from now to May or June. They settle. MLS is back. Season, playoffs, there you go. Probably, maybe a Leagues Cup. Maybe. I think Champions League, they'll hold off on that until the MLS comes back. And Toronto will still have their chance, and I think they'll win. Maybe a little bit later. I don't think it's going to be centralized. I think they'll play it as time goes on. August to November, maybe, instead of February to May, you know? I think so. That would be kind of what it seems like. And then, yeah, that's what I see happening. Yeah, I'm not happy. I want there to be a lockout. I want the players to win. I want the players to win. I'm tired of MLS's Mickey Mouse BS. I really am. I really am. And I know that doesn't help me either. But damn it, I gotta tell the truth. I want Toronto to be what they really are. I want other teams to get close to that. Because you know what? That's really growth. Not one team carrying your league. Now, I do love the one team that's love that the one team carrying this league is my team. But, hey, sometimes it gets boring. Now, I mean, yeah, you could say, but you still lost to an expansion club. What are you talking about? That's because of the fraud, Greg Vanney. He's a fraud. It's his fault. It always was his fault. Whenever things went bad, it was always his fault. And you're going to see that in L.A. if he goes. I'm hearing Herrera may go there. That would suck. I want to see Vanney fail in L.A. Sorry, Toronto fans. He's always been a fraud. He was a fraud. He is a fraud. I want to laugh at him. Thank you very much. I do not care. As I said, I care about the players and the fans. I don't care about Ali Curtis. I don't care about Bill Manning. I don't care about Greg Vanney. If they get Maurizio Sarri, I'm going to back him no matter what. But if they get Chris Armas, I don't care about him either because he's another fraud. But hey, whatever. But why would you care about Sadi? Because I like Maurizio Sarri. He's what we need. But that's enough for me. That's enough for me. But Armas is a fraud. Ben Olsen's a fraud. I could get with Patrick Vieira, but I would still be pretty critical because I think I need to be. But Maurizio Sarri? Nah, I don't need to be. We're not going to run him out of town this time. No. I'm not going to let you. Sorry. I'm not going to let you run him out of town. Let me put it like that. Or Vanney could just crawl back if Herrera gets the LA job, and I'm going to hate it. But, hey, that's my point. But, hey, I hope the players lock out. I hope they get what they want. I hope they win because that's what we need to do. So, MLS, screw you for doing what you did. That was wrong. Point blank, period. You lost the game. You're pissing on yourself. You're tripping over yourself. It's your fault. And, honestly, I can't. My God, really. You really had to do that. So, with that said, I know that was like, it was a rant. Of course, it's going to be a stream of consciousness. I told you it was going to be a rant. What else did you expect? I hit everything. So, with that said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Next video is a World Juniors Gold Medal Game review. No matter who's in it. Probably Canada versus the USA, but who knows? Maybe the weirdness of 2020 will carry over. Who knows, but I think it'll be Canada versus the USA, but we'll see. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.